Hey, what's up, guys? Carl down back with a video, and today I'm going to do my NFL Week 10 picks. So here it goes there. So we'll start off with Thursday Night Football, November 10th, 6:15 Mountain Time, Prime Video. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Honestly, this game's a who cares game. Well, I'm going to go with the Falcons here to win. I think the Falcons actually have a little bit more advantage over the Panthers here. Panthers, I don't really trust them there. They look pretty god awful there. They just can't get nothing going there. But also the Falcons don't look that great at the team either there and stuff like that. So this game's honestly a who cares game. But I'm going to say Falcons will go out here and win this one against the Panthers. That's it for that game. So moving on to Sunday, November 13th. We got a 7:30 game, Mountain Time, Primetime NFL Network. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Tampa Bucks, mostly because this game's out of the country. I am going to go with the Seahawks here to win. I think the Seahawks, they look a little bit more aggressive there. They mostly getting stuff turned back around. They look much better of a team there and stuff like that. Even if I don't trust Geno Smith in this game, I think they might actually have a much better thing there and stuff like that for it. Mostly for the Bucks there. The Bucks are going down to a slippery slope there. They're not really getting their act together there. Mostly the Bucks are not really getting their act together there. Tom Brady looks pretty bad there and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks here win over the Bucks. That's it for the 7:30 game. So we're on to the 11 o'clock games, Mountain Time. These games are back in the country. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Buffalo Bills. I am going to go with the Bills here when this game is going to be a hard-hitting match here. This game is going to be a hard-hitting match there. We have Josh Allen there who can actually go down the field and score some touchdowns there and stuff like that. They look really, really solid there with Josh Allen, who can actually use his legs there to get first downs and also getting touchdowns and stuff like that. He looks really good there and stuff like that. For the Bills defense there, looks really solid also, who can actually do some more damage there and stuff like that. For the Vikings there, they look really solid also. The Vikings do look really solid. Kirk Cousins there. Kirk Cousins looked really, really solid in their game against them and stuff like that. I think this game is going to be a hard-hitting game, but this game is going to be pretty close. But I'm going to say Bills can pull it out here and win this one. But this game is going to be close. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. This game, this is mostly a shit bowl game, honestly. This game is a shit bowl game, but I'm going to go with the Bears here to win. I think the Bears have a little bit more advantage over the Lions. Their Lions just look really bad. They can't. The Lions look really, really bad there. Even if they did upset the Packers there last week, they technically did upset the Packers last week there. And they just don't look 100% this good there. Same with the Bears. They just don't look that great of a team either. But I think the Bears can actually get it done there. They're a little bit better in the Lions there. So I'm going to go with the Bears here to win over the Lions. But this game's a shit bowl game. Next game, we got my Denver Broncos at the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go with my Broncos here to win. Mostly I'm going to go with my Broncos here to win. There, mostly if you look at mostly Russell Wilson there in the last two games he actually played there on the Monday night game against the Chargers and also that game against the Jaguars there, he actually looks like himself. Russell Wilson is actually turning himself around there. He's trying to get used to the guys there and stuff like that. I think he's going to get pretty useful in this week against the Titans there and stuff like that. They look really solid with with Russell Wilson there. Russell Wilson, he's actually becoming himself again. He's looking like himself again there, like he was in Seattle. So I think he's coming back around in there and stuff like that, and he's getting used to the team there. So that's going to be pretty good for the offensive side. For our defense there, I think this is going to hurt about our defense there. Our defense there, it's kind of a little bit kind of mostly missing a pass rush there, and we're mostly missing Bradley Chubb on our defense there. But I think our defense can actually handle it there. Our defense can possibly going to handle this this there and stuff like that for it. But that's what we have there. For the Titans there, we have to watch out for Derrick Henry there. Derrick Henry is a really powerful runner guy. We have to watch out for him there, and we'll see how he's going to do and stuff like that. Even if the Titans did lost against the Chiefs last week there, I'm mostly not going to put out for his mostly putting him out and stuff like that. Mostly I think Wentz is injured there, but I think Wentz is completely injured in this game here. So so we might face their backup quarterback or possibly their third string, but we don't 100% know. So I'm going to go with my Broncos here over the Titans. Next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go I'm going to go pick the upset here and say the Jaguars can win it here. Mostly I might get this pick wrong, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars here to win over the Chiefs. Chiefs there look really, really solid there. They did pretty well against the Titans last week there. The Titans totally embarrassed, or technically the Chiefs put an upset type of game there. They did pretty well against the Titans last week there, who actually did pretty well and stuff like that. Patrick Mahomes there, he's mostly a powerhouse guy there. He can also, I guess, Mahomes can actually run now instead of actually mostly passing the ball there and stuff like that for it. For the Jaguars, they just don't look that 100% that's great there. But I think the Jaguars do have a really young running back there who can actually run the ball. And mostly the Chiefs don't have that, can actually stop really fast runners there. So I'm going to say Jaguars can pull it out here and win this one, but this game might be close. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins. I am going to go with the Dolphins here to win. The Dolphins look really solid there right now. The Dolphins look really, really solid there right now and stuff like that. They do have Tyreek Hill there, who's honestly a powerhouse of a player there. So they can actually pass it over to Tyreek Hill there, who can actually mostly is a powerhouse of a player there and stuff like that on their offense there and stuff like that. Mostly for the defense for the Dolphins there. They do have a really solid stack of guys there and stuff like that. Even one of them was Bradley Chubb there, who honestly we traded for mostly Bradley Chubb used to be our guy there, and now he's playing with the Dolphins there, and he might actually do pretty well in this game here and stuff like that for the time being and stuff like that for it. For the Browns there, they just look like a hot mess. They look like a hot mess there. They can't get nothing going there. They look pretty odd sync there from playing the last couple games there and stuff like that. So I am going to go with the Dolphins here. When I think the Dolphins have a little bit more advantage here over the Browns. Next game, we have the Cleveland Browns. Oh, no, my bad. Next game, we have the Houston Texans at the New York Giants. I'm going to go with the Giants here. Win. This is no contest. Giants should win this game easily against the Texans. The Texans there look really, really bad. They look really bad there. They can't get nothing going. They look pretty like a slump type of team there. They just can't get nothing going at all. Mostly for the Giants there, they look really solid there. They look really solid there. They can get down the field and actually scoring some touchdowns there. Looking really good there and stuff like that. With their quarterback there who can actually go down the field and actually scoring some touchdowns, and they look really technically they look really solid there and stuff like that. We'll see. It's just going to be a pretty hard visual game there for them and stuff like that for it. But I'm going to say Steelers. I'm going to say Giants should win this one. This is like a curve stomp. This game is a curve stomp here. So I'm going to go with the Giants here win over the Texans. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Going with the Saints here to win. For the Steelers here, they're technically lost without Ben Roethlisberger there. Ben Roethlisberger, they're technically lost without him. They just don't look that great for this season there and stuff like that. Mostly the Steelers there, they kind of feel like mostly this whole season they kind of feel lost without Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger Ben Roethlisberger, they're technically messing him badly there, and they just don't look that 100% that great in this game here and stuff like that. They're just technically messing with him and stuff like that for it. Mostly for the Saints there, they look pretty decent there. There were some couple games where they actually scored some high scoring points there and stuff like that. But this game here, I think this game is honestly a who cares game. Well, I'm going to say Saints can pull it out here and win this one because I think the Saints have a little bit more advantage here. I think the Saints actually have a little bit more advantage here and stuff like that for it. But I'm going to say Saints can pull it out here and win this one against the Steelers. But this game is honestly a who cares type of game there. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts at. Oh, well, my bad. That's it for the 11 o'clock games. We'll go into the 2:05 games, Mountain Time. So we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders. Going with the Colts here to win. The Colts there look really strong there. They can actually go down the field and actually score some touchdowns here and stuff like that. But I think the Colts there, even with a backup quarterback, I think they can actually beat the haters. The haters there, they look god awful. They just can't get nothing going there. They look bad there and stuff like that. Even Derek Carr's not even playing that great there. He's playing pretty bad there and stuff like that. Mostly for the haters there, they mostly did pretty well last week against the Jaguars, but most of the Jaguars are not that great of a team there. But mostly the Saints there actually made them not get past the 50-yard line 2 weeks ago. So I think the Colts might do the same thing and actually not get the haters mostly get past the 50-yard line there. Mostly the Colts actually have a little bit more of an advantage of the team there and stuff like that for it. So I'm gonna say Colts should win this game easily. The Raiders are just god awful, or the haters are god awful. That's it for the 2:05 games. So we'll go on to the 2:25 games, Mountain Time. First on the 2:25, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Green Bay Packers. Oh, God. Not this game. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here to win. I'm going to say no contest. Cowboys should win this game easily. Mostly with the Packers were playing last week there. They look god-awful. They look really god-awful there. Last week, they just didn't look that great. Last week, they got freaking embarrassed. Rodgers actually threw like 3 picks in the end zone there. He just didn't look like himself there at all. He just looked really bad there and stuff like that for it. Mostly the Packers there, they just look god awful. The receivers just don't look that great. They just kind of they're technically lost there without receivers and stuff like that. They're just technically lost there. For the Cowboys, they look really solid there. They look really solid there with that Prescott there is mostly back there, or yeah, Dak Prescott is mostly back on them and stuff like that. They mostly look really, really solid there and stuff like that for it. Mostly last week they came off from a bye there, but I think this mostly from 2 weeks ago they looked really solid there, and they did got their games done there. They actually crushed a team 2 weeks ago there. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys here win over the Packers. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. Honestly, this game's a who cares game, but I am gonna go with the Rams here to win. I think the Rams have a little bit more advantage here. They look a little bit better there and stuff like that. They just look like a much better team there and stuff. For the Cardinals there, they just don't look that great. Kyle Murray just can't do too much in this game here and stuff like that. But this game's honestly technically a who cares game in a way. But I'm going to go with the Rams here win. I think the Rams actually have a little bit more advantage there. They look a little bit more better there against the Bucks last week and stuff like that. So I think they can actually get it much better there and stuff like that for it. So I'm going to go with the Rams here win over the Cardinals. That's it for that game. So we're going to Sunday Night Football, 6:20 Mountain Time, primetime NBC. We got the LA Chargers at the San Francisco 49ers. Going with the Niners here to win. I think the Niners actually have a little bit more advantage there with Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo can actually can go down the field and actually score some touchdowns there. He looks really solid there and stuff like that. Mostly they do have McCaffrey there. McCaffrey, who is actually another powerhouse of a player there, who can actually go down the field and score some touchdowns also. They look really solid there. Mostly the Niners came back from a bye there, but I think they can actually get it done there with McCaffrey and stuff like that for it. For the Chargers there, they look pretty bad last week against the Falcons. Even if they technically won the game there, they look pretty bad. They technically won the game there, but they look pretty bad there. Justin Herbert, this doesn't look like himself there. I think he's still kind of like hurting from that rib injury he had a week ago or a couple weeks ago there and stuff like that. So I'm going to say the Niners can pull it out here and win this one, but this game might be I think this game might be pretty close. But I'm going to say Niners can pull it out here and win this one against the Chargers. So that's it for the Sunday game. So we're on to Monday Night Football, November 14th, 6:15 Mountain Time, primetime ESPN. We got the Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles. Going with the Eagles here to win. No contest. Eagles should win this game easily. Eagles there, they look really solid there. They can actually go down the field and actually score some touchdowns there and stuff like that. They look really solid and stuff like that. For the Commanders, they just don't look 100% that great. They just can't do too much there and stuff like that for it. So I'm going to go with the Eagles who went over the Commanders. So the teams are on bye. The Bengals are on bye, the Patriots are on bye, the Jets are on bye, and the Ravens are on bye. So, comment, rate, and sponsor to tomorrow's. We like videos, please subscribe to the bell notification on the uploads. Comment, sponsor to tomorrow. We like, carry out, out of your